Hi and welcome. If you are here, you are interested in learning more about student employment and specifically the Federal Work-Study Program. My name is Barbara Rollins and I am a financial aid counselor and the Federal Work-Study Program Manager. This video will introduce you to the Federal Work-Study Program, teach you how to search for a job via Mustang Jobs, enter time into the student pay system, and provide you with basic information about your responsibilities as a work-study student at Cal Poly. The Financial Aid Office is ready to help. Our physical office on campus is open Monday to Friday from 10 to noon and 1 to 3. You can connect with us in person, through our website, via email and phone, our campus Dropbox, and by meeting virtually with a financial aid counselor. Our website provides financial aid information, forms, hours, and location. If you wish to contact our office, you can do so by coming by during open counter hours, calling during open phone hours, or emailing financialaid@calpoly.edu with questions, requests, and document submissions. If you are on campus and wish to stop by or submit a document, you can do so by visiting Building 1, Room 212. If you wish to meet with a financial aid counselor, you can set up a virtual meeting by emailing a request to financialaid@calpoly.edu. So, what is work study? Do you want to earn money while you're in school to help cover expenses? Work study can help. Work study jobs are usually on campus and may give you experience related to your major. For example, English majors can work in the Writing and Learning Center, or chemistry majors could work in a science lab. Work study jobs are also available in the library, the rec center, student unions, and just about anywhere on campus, with the exception of food services and the bookstore, which are privately owned and managed. Because they are part-time and offer flexible work hours, work study jobs give you time to focus on schoolwork. Work study is a form of federal financial aid that's given to eligible students so you can work on campus or work for an organization off campus that's involved with our work study program that can help you pay for your educational and living expenses while in school and avoid racking up student loan debt. Federal Work Study is a program that provides federal funding for jobs for undergraduate and graduate students with financial need, allowing them to work part-time to earn money to help pay their educational expenses. The program encourages community service work and work related to a student's course of study. Work study jobs can be both on and off campus. If you work on campus, you'll work for a department at Cal Poly. If you work off campus, you'll work for a public agency, and the work performed will be in that of the public interest. In either case, your paycheck will come from the state of California and Cal Poly. What is work study not? Work study is not a loan. The money you earn via your paycheck does not have to be paid back. It's not a grant or scholarship because you, the student, earns the money through work. As you look at your financial aid award, most of your award package, scholarships, grants, loans, etc., pay in thirds. 1/3 disperses for fall, 1/3 for winter, and 1/3 for spring. Work study does not disperse like other types of financial aid. The amount that you earn depends on how many hours you work per week and how much you make per hour. You will be paid by the hour once per month. The amount you earn over the academic year will vary based on those factors, but you cannot exceed your federal work study award. So to define the program, it was established as part of the Economic Opportunity Act of 1964. The Federal Work Study Program, originally called the College Work Study Program and is frequently referred to as Work Study, is a federally funded program that assists students with the costs of post-secondary education. The program helps students earn financial funding through a part-time employment program, ultimately reducing the amount of student loan debt incurred. Approximately 3,400 institutions participate in this program, costing the Department of Education more than $1.5 billion each year to help students pay for college. The difference between a work study and a part-time job is that work study is provided through the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. A work study position is need-based, while a part-time job is a typical job outside of school. Work study is a way for students to earn money to pay for school through part-time, on, and sometimes off-campus employment. Work study gives students an opportunity to gain valuable work experience while pursuing their college degree. The money you earn via the work study program is taxable and you will receive a W-2, but work study earnings do not affect your future financial aid eligibility. Each year, we award significantly more students work study than we receive federal funding for. We know that not every student who receives work study will work and will earn their entire award. If you do not earn your entire award, the remaining funds go back into the Federal Work Study Fund. If you do earn your entire award, you may be eligible for a work study increase depending on your specific financial aid award and the availability of funding. Here is a list of our current off-campus partners. Our most active off-campus partners are the County of San Luis Obispo, San Luis Coastal Unified School District, and the Housing Authority. Here are a list of the benefits of earning money via the Federal Work Study Program. The Federal Work Study Program is very popular at Cal Poly, and there is usually a long waiting list of students wanting to participate. Do you remember the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I've often described having work study as part of your financial aid package like having that Wonka golden ticket. With work study as part of your financial aid award, you should have very little difficulty finding a job. Most employers want to hire work study students first because the federal government pays a large portion of your hourly wage. Understand that there are not enough students with work study, only about 10% of all students, so employers will have to hire non-work study students too, but they're looking for those of you with the golden ticket first. Just like all financial aid programs, there are some basic requirements. You must be enrolled at least half-time and cannot work more than 20 hours per week while school is in session, including finals week. I'd also like to note that you can have more than one job as long as all of your hours employed as a student on campus or via work study don't exceed the 20-hour per week rule. So all campus jobs are listed on the My Cal Poly portal under Quick Links in a program called Mustang Jobs, which is a free online job listing service. Once you click on Mustang Jobs and fill out the initial profile, you'll have access to all part-time jobs, including work study jobs, as well as internships and even full-time job opportunities. Career Services oversees Mustang Jobs. If you are a currently enrolled student, please use the Mustang Jobs single-click link in the My Apps section of your My Cal Poly portal to sign on. If you're an incoming student, you will have the single-click link option available once you're matriculated into Cal Poly's registrar's office. Career Services is located in Building 124, close to the Alex G. Spanos Stadium. We recommend making a connection with Career Services as they provide a wide variety of valuable career-related services. There's a team of freshman counselors as well as college-specific counselors for beyond freshman year offering career counseling for all types of decisions that need to be made within each college. They can help you with your career exploration as well as help you develop a resume and even perfect your job interviewing skills. They can help you find an internship, full-time job, and even help you develop your graduate school plans. From the home screen of Mustang Jobs, click on the tab Jobs. You can filter work-study jobs by clicking on Position Type, On-Campus Employment, and Federal Work-Study. However, this is not the only way to find a work-study job. You can also just filter On-Campus Employment. Any job on campus, with the exception of a job at the privately owned Cal Poly Mustang shop, which is the bookstore, or campus dining, can be a work-study job. So your second option is to only select On-Campus Employment. So here's an example of a part-time on-campus job that's not being advertised as a work-study job but could easily become one. When you click on any job, you will see the department, job description, rate of pay, and specifically how to apply. So here are some tips for acing a job interview. We ask that you dress appropriately for the job, be on time, and account for traffic if you're coming from off campus. Always bring with you a cover letter, your resume, your financial aid award indicating that you have work study, and any references with you. Do some research on the department that you're interviewing for so that they know that you know what they do and how you might be the right fit for their hiring needs. Come prepared to ask interview questions and always set a professional tone that will set you apart from other students who may be taking a more casual approach. A common question is, am I guaranteed a job? And the answer to that question is no. We award you work study as part of your financial aid package, but it's your responsibility to find a position that meets your needs and appeals to you. You will have to go through the interview process and hiring process, just like you would for any other job. Once you've been hired, your next step is to get signed up with state payroll. Your employer will try to hire you via the student pay system. Continuing students previously employed by Cal Poly will already have their intake processing complete. New students, however, will need to have the SERF, which stands for the Student Employment Request Form, completed via Adobe Sign. If your employer has questions about the hiring process, they can contact state payroll at payroll-services@calpoly.edu or 805-756-2605. For first-time employment at Cal Poly, you will need to provide a physical copy of your Social Security card. If it needs to be replaced, you can order a replacement card at ssa.gov/myaccount. Both regular student assistants and work-study students working for the state of California enter time via the student pay system, which is located on the main page of your My Cal Poly portal. Click on the Student Assistant timesheet. You will have your monthly view, and as you work your way through the month, you will be entering time for the hours that you work each day. When you drill into the day, you will enter the hours that you work during your work shift. The system allows for you to work, then go to class, then return to work, etc. When you click Save, the system will calculate the cumulative hours that you have worked that day. The only trick is that the time card works on a 24-hour clock, so there is a grid that will help you calculate the afternoon work hours to the 24-hour clock. The difference between a regular student assistant time card and a work study time card appears at the top of the monthly view. When you are correctly hired in a work study position, it will say work study on or work study off versus student assistant. You can see an example on the second image on the top in orange. The time card will calculate for you the hours you have worked for the day and for the month and provide you a gross estimate of your paycheck. The time card will also indicate the last day for you to enter time for the month. On the time entry page, the time card will indicate your remaining work-study balance as of the prior month. Because work-study is a federal program with mandated reporting requirements, there is no late pay accepted via the work-study program. We ask that you carefully review your time card and ensure that it is accurate prior to the last day to enter pay. If late pay must be added, your employer will need to hire you as a regular student assistant and process late pay via that process. As a work-study student, the federal government pays 75% of your hourly wage. If late pay is processed, your employer will be responsible for 100% of your late pay. Here are some tips for successfully utilizing the student pay system. We ask that you report your work hours accurately and daily as if you were punching a time clock. Refer to the chart designated to assist you in converting your afternoon hours to a 24-hour format. Be sure to enter all time for the month prior to the monthly deadline. If you have to report late pay, your employer will be hiring you as a regular student assistant and be responsible for 100% of all late pay. While the process is electronic, we do recommend printing and saving a copy of your time card at the end of each month in the event of a dispute in hours you've worked. To summarize, your first step is to look for a job on Mustang Jobs, and once hired via state payroll, you will work and report your hours via the student pay system. If you do not earn all of your work-study award, the remaining funds go back into the Federal Work-Study Fund. If you earn all of your award and need a larger work-study award, please contact the Financial Aid Office to request an increase. The availability of an increase is case-specific and depends on your specific financial aid award as well as the availability of federal funds. The money that you earn will be paid to you via a monthly paycheck, and it's up to you to use this money wisely. Generally, payday is the 15th of each month. Paychecks are distributed at the cashier's office, which is located in the Administration Building, Building 1, Room 131E. The first day you can work via work-study is the first day of the quarter, and the last day you can work is the last day of spring quarter. There is no work-study employment during the summer. If you do not sign up for payroll direct deposit, which is separate from financial aid direct deposit, you can leave a self-addressed stamped envelope with the cashier's office, and they will email you your final paycheck for the academic year. It is your responsibility to monitor your earnings and not exceed your work-study award. Remember, you can track your earnings via your time card on the page you use to enter your daily work hours. We will also be monitoring your earnings. You may hear from us via email if you're close to earning your entire award to discuss with you your options. Again, to summarize, the first step is to accept your work-study award on the Money Matters tab of your Cal Poly portal and submit any items on your to-do list. Look for a job on Mustang Jobs, both in the work-study section of jobs as well as part-time on-campus jobs. Once hired, you'll need to work with state payroll to complete the necessary hiring forms. You cannot be hired in a work-study position if your financial aid award is not finalized. So if you're expecting other types of financial aid like grants or loans, and those have not yet been dispersed, your employer will receive an error message when trying to hire you. As you work, enter hours worked in the student pay system. Receive your paycheck once per month, right around the 15th of each month. Monitor your earnings and reapply for financial aid each year beginning October 1st for the following academic year. We recommend that you maintain open communication with your employer regarding your availability during midterms, projects, finals, breaks, etc. We depend on you to represent Cal Poly well, and we thank you for doing so. CalFresh is the federally funded supplemental nutrition assistance program SNAP, that provides money to eligible students on an EBT card similar to a debit card that can be used at grocery stores or farmers markets to help students gain access to quality food. As a student employed via federal work study and not on a Cal Poly meal plan, you're eligible to apply for CalFresh. Additionally, the food pantry was created out of a need identified by Cal Poly faculty and staff who were seeing an increased number of students going hungry and without the means to purchase basic food and supplies. Cal Poly community members can choose from a wide variety of packaged and canned foods, fresh produce, frozen meals, and personal hygiene products. Just a couple of last reminders. It is your responsibility not to exceed your work study award, which is typically $3,000 for the academic year. You may earn this award unevenly, meaning you're not restricted to only earning $1,000 during fall quarter. Please notify your employer if your work study award is revised or if you have more than one job. The work study program is in high demand. We ask that you notify financial aid by Thanksgiving break if you do not plan to work fall quarter but wish to preserve your award for winter and spring. During Christmas break, we evaluate our funding and usage to determine if additional work study awards can be made. The work study program is not available during the summer, so the first day to work via work study is the first day of fall, and the last day to work is the last day of spring. Finally, a common question is my work study award tied to my academic progress? And the answer is yes. Work study is part of your financial aid award, and your academic progress does affect your continued ability to receive financial aid, including grants, federal student and parent loans, and work study. If you are disqualified from eligibility to receive financial aid, you will no longer be able to continue in your work study position. At Cal Poly, the requirement is that you complete at least 67% of units attempted with a cumulative GPA of 2.0 for undergraduate students and 3.0 cumulative GPA for graduate students. We evaluate your progress annually after spring grades have posted. Additionally, if you drop below half-time at any point during the quarter, you will be ineligible to continue your employment in your work study position. This concludes the prepared content that we have for you today, but this does not mean that the dialogue is over. If you have questions, we welcome you to contact us. Thank you for listening and best wishes for a safe and successful academic year.